Hey everyone, Dan here. There's a few ways to get me riled up, push my buttons, but one of the quickest ways to do it is to say that Mace is only good for ground stuff, for JTACkery. Wow, way off the mark, man. Just about all the domains you can do in Mace. And I think people just haven't been aware that you can do stuff with space in Mace. Um, and, well, let me just show you. So, we have this plugin that BSI provides where you can bring in the two-line elements, the TLEs, for all the orbits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and import these in. So I'm going to get all the stations, and let's also import GPS as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in there, and my mission's running, and all the satellites have been imported into the Mace mission. And now let's go take a look at what we got here. So I'm going to open up Mission Monitor. It's going to connect to the web server on Mace. And there we go. And we have Mission Monitor Orbit View. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And there we have a view of what's going on in Mace. So we have the GPS constellations, and we have the orbits of all the station-like satellites, the ISS, Chinese system, and I guess, the supply ships that are coming and going. So that's what we're seeing there. We have the ability to import the clouds, at least for one hemisphere. I picked one hemisphere so that it's a live picture. It may work for some customers to show if an area is socked in, so you're not going to be able to get imagery, and you're going to have to use SAR instead. Just making it relevant to your LVC that you might have on stateside. So yeah, we got all this stuff going on here, and I'm going to go ahead and select this ISS object XY. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but let me just walk through some of the cool tools that we have here. So we're going to take all the information about how it's traveling in Mace, and it brings it down into all the vernacular that you would use to describe an orbit. I have some other cool tools in here where if I go into Mace, I'm just doing this on my other monitor. If I go into Mace and select that entity and I give it a target, say something in Michigan. So now I can go back over here and turn on the target line, and you'll see that we don't have line of sight with the Upper Peninsula of Michigan just yet. Because if I rotate this around, you can see up in the corner that, yeah, it just hasn't reached over the horizon. That's another cool thing, is that we have the ability to visualize what your orbital horizon would look like. So I'm going to open up this tool right here, and I'm going to click a new point, and we're going to get a visualization of that point on the Earth and what it can actually see there. And we can adjust the elevation of it up to like 30 degrees, and you can see a readout of all the GPS satellites that are within that 30-degree cone above that point in space. Oh, there we go. So this is pretty cool, right? So now we have line of sight to the target, and we also have a footprint that we can use. Now I did this to be notional. Because it could be a visual sensor, it could be a radar, it could be just communications, but you can define what the field of view footprint would be on the Earth in a notional manner. So I can select a circle and bring that down. You can see that we have a very long look angle on it. So if we're doing any kind of imagery, the product is going to be pretty low to the horizon if you're going to start taking pictures. May be desirable, may not be. All depends on your simulated mission that you're doing. So yeah, that's pretty crazy, huh? So we have another thing that I think will be useful for mission managers is, well, how much longer until we're at zenith over our target point with the satellite? And what you can do is you can take this look ahead and dial it in. So if we're on this orbit and we're going to be over Michigan there will be overhead in 4 minutes, because you can see this little orange line right here that descends there. So yeah, this is Mission Monitor, man. This is all the information that's in Mace being visualized and shown to you. So yeah, Mace does all the domains. And if there isn't a domain that you think is supported, well, Mace is extensible and you can write a plugin for it. So yeah, check it out. DefiantXR.com. Mission Monitor makes your Mace even better. And reach out if you're interested. You have a good weekend.